What you were talking about earlier about the vision that you had about stars exploding and shit like that. I asked Brian to pull this video up by Neil Tyson because it's one of the most badass and inspirational things. It's Neil deGrasse Tyson, if you've never heard of him, is this really fucking cool guy who is not just an astrophysicist. What is his exact credentials? Whatever it is, he's a super genius fucking astrophysicist. But what he also is, he has a great personality. And the way he explains things, he's like a really, really likable guy. And the way he explains things is so smooth and so brilliant that, you know, it really like makes you absorb these ideas and these images because you like him so much because he seems like such a likable guy. And he had this one that it was somebody tweeted it to me, and it's something that I knew, but it's something that when you hear it again, especially hearing it from him, makes it sound so crazy when you think about how a human is constructed and what we're made of.
You can share with us about the universe. The most astounding fact.
The most astounding fact
is the knowledge that the atoms that comprise life on Earth, the atoms that make up the human body, are traceable to the crucibles that cooked light elements into heavy elements in their core under extreme temperatures and pressures. These stars, the high-mass ones among them, went unstable in their later years. They collapsed and then exploded, scattering their enriched guts across the galaxy. Guts made of carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and all the fundamental ingredients of life itself. These ingredients become part of gas clouds that condense, collapse, form the next generation of solar systems. Stars with orbiting planets. And those planets now have the ingredients for life itself. So that when I look up at the night sky, and I know that, yes, we are part of this universe, we are in this universe, but perhaps more important than both of those facts is that the universe is in us. When I reflect on that fact, I look up. Many people feel small because they're small and the universe is big, but I feel big because my atoms came from those stars. There's a level of connectivity. That's really what you want in life. You want to feel connected. You want to feel relevant. You want to feel like you're a participant in the goings-on of activities and events around you. That's precisely what we are, just by being alive.
God damn, that dude's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, he is. That's amazing that came off a question, too.
That
was beautiful.
It was so beautiful. He does that left and right all day. That's what he does. Go on the internet. Neil deGrasse Tyson all day. He's got just all these amazing videos of him breaking down things. It's such an entertainment. This is a fucking movie is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
It's a movie. I mean, this is a great action film right now. There's a lot of crazy shit going down. I mean, this is V for Vendetta sequels. How is this not science fiction? How is this not some crazy Blade Runner fucking movie? Just the way it looks.
We're fighting to determine how far this system is going to run everything down before we put our foot down and say this has got to change. That's what's going to make the difference.
A great time to move. Time when things get really exciting. It's almost like the disconnect.
That's what happened.
That's what it is, right?
When the devil, or whoever it was, wrote that into Genesis 1, God saying, "I give you dominion over this earth." Now,
what the fuck do we do, Peter Joseph? Do we wait for the aliens? It seems like what the human race is a race that woke up in the middle of something, in the middle of an adventure. That's what I feel like. Since we all have these temporary lives, but yet we're all connected to the lives and to the actions of everyone that came before us and everyone that's around us, it really is like we're waking up in the middle of a journey. Like we are, I mean, this is the analogy that I've used before, that we're on a starship and we woke up 4 minutes before we slam into a planet.
Somebody said, I don't have to tell you things are bad. Well, he was right. I mean, everyone knows things are bad. Seems like we're stuck in a world where we can't change a single thing but the climate. Every time we check the news, we've been hit by a quake or a storm or a financial disaster. We know things are bad, worse than bad, they're crazy. It looks like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore, but we still think we're connected with all the people of the world. But that's not true. People around the world suffer hunger, chronic hunger. 1 billion people, 1 billion of us. Now that's bad, worse than that, that's crazy.
I think all our society is run by insane people for insane objectives. You know, and I think that's what I sussed when I was 16 and 12, way down the line. But I expressed it differently all through my life. It's the same thing I'm expressing all the time, but now I can put it into that sentence that I think we're being run by maniacs for maniacal ends. You know, if anybody can put on paper what our government and the American government, etc., and the Russian, Chinese, what they are actually trying to do, you know, and what they think they're doing, I'd be very pleased to know what they think they're doing. I think they're all insane.
I think the only thing that we could do is, you know, learn so we can know what's going, be aware of what's happening. That's number one, be aware, because you don't want to walk around like a dumbass. You don't know what the fuck is going on in your own fucking backyard.
We are fed propaganda, and if you want to know what's happening in the world, go outside of the U.S. media, because it's owned by 4 corporations. One of them is this one. And you know what? Go outside of the country to find out what's going on in our own country, because it's frightening.
And we've got to get mad. I want you to get mad. I want you to get up right now, stick your head out of the window and yell, I'm mad as hell, I am mad as hell, I am mad as hell, and I'm not going to let 1 billion people go hungry. You tell them.
The Bush lied to me. They all lied to me. Like, we gotta go down,
it's just a parade of propaganda, isn't it? It's just a festival of ignorance. What? Why, 1 million people are dead in Iraq. Come on, this is ridiculous. What's the point of it? Go out, people at home, go outside. Go hug your children.
You should be more...
Love your family.
It's pretty obvious that there's some gigantic financial institutions that have been pulling the strings of politicians in this country for a long time. And just the fact that we have it set up where they can donate millions of dollars to these guys' funds, these guys' campaigns. I mean, how do we not expect it all to go bad?
The current socioeconomic platform, which I consider to be one massive corruption. We talk about corruption, you know, a hard drive corrupts, it's messed up, or a criminal pulls out a gun and robs a convenience store. It's a corruption of the system, the socioeconomic system, the legal system. To me, the entire socioeconomic system, namely economic, not only politics is an outgrowth, is one massive corruption of what it means to live on this planet, what it means to perfect good public health.
Let's take a quote from Meyer Rothschild. He said, give me control of a nation's currency, its money, and I care not who passes its laws, who governs it, it's irrelevant. The infinite growth, and look at what we're seeing around us with the economic collapse, the endless fucking corruption.
It's fascinating times, man. It's fascinating times. There's gonna have to be some sort of a fucking mass awakening, though. There's no way we can keep up this ridiculous psychotic pace with all the access to information that we have.
The only way we're gonna get there is we got to get into question mode. Start questioning everything. Don't accept
everybody.
Look into it. Even if it turns out to be totally benign, look into it. There's some fucking fishy shit going on.
Yeah, but resources too.
Yeah, look into it. Question shit. Don't just accept shit. Don't think that your government is out for your best interest. It's not that way at all.
Why don't we use the internet? Why don't we use, you know, the social networks and, you know, video and all the stuff we can do now to actually do something that's good and revolutionary and start changing shit? Because when he asks and says, well, how do we fucking stop all this shit? Well, the first way you stop it is to find out about it. So, well, we have to know about it, and then we know about it, and then we can do shit.
Is that we've been living in these divisive kind of tribalistic concepts, and we assume normality with it because of how long they've persisted. But we tend to find that what we find now as far as information is concerned is that we live in a global system. We live in a symbiosis that stretches outward almost to infinity. So the very idea of separation becomes literally, tangibly unapplicable to the way we approach our life, the way we approach knowledge, the way we approach society, the way we approach economics, which is the defining feature of our existence. You know, how we get what we need, how we relate, of course, how the renewable elements, the regeneration, if you will, the omni-regeneration, in the words of Buckminster Fuller, of everything. How do we respect that?